Welcome back. It's a new day, everyone. We're touring Western Erebonia number 3, which means rounds, bonding events, pom-pom party, Vantage Masters, quests, usual stuff. Oh, she approves. Just weird how Agate was was keeping an eye on him. It's daylight now. Oh, you noticed, but nothing seems out of the ordinary. Do we have any readings on the radar? None detected. No one seems to be pursuing us at the moment. We haven't picked up any abnormal mobilizations from any of the military divisions either. How and what are you still typing? Because you're not looking at the keyboard, which is understandable, but you're not looking at the screen either. What are you doing? How? Phew. Looks like Dad came through for us. The Imperial Defense Force might still be on our tail. It's a relief to... Stop doing that, Taro. It's freaking me out. It's just that sort of thing like... What are you typing? It's all on the lower end of the keyboard as well. There's a lot of Z's, X's, and B's. There's maybe an M in there. The Imperial Defense Force might still be on our trail, but it's a relief to know it won't get worse than that. We've got good weather and clear visibility, plus our mana engine's purring as nicely as ever. But I guess I'd be purring too, if I had my own angel to give me some tender tinkering. Well, the ship is in pretty good shape already, actually. This is my first time working with a mana engine, but I'll try my best to manage. That's some baton you're pressing on. Still, I'm sure she'll figure it out somehow. That mana engine's kind of a black box, though, huh? Yes, its core is actually an artifact known as the Heavenly Chariot, but the rest of the ship was made by the Foundation, so an expert technician will still be a great help to us. Well, you're looking at her. Tita was trained by 2 of Epstein's 3 disciples themselves, Professor Russell and Professor Schmidt. True, but I wouldn't expect anything as great as them from me just yet. Guess the ship's staffing problem's just about taken care of now. But our situation hasn't changed. If anything, it's only going to get worse. Indeed, and it isn't just the military whose minds are being polluted. It's spreading among the civilians as well. As a result, more and more conscripts are being deployed to the front lines. I expect my own disappearance won't be made public for the time being. To divert everyone's focus toward the war, right? If the people found out their princess had vanished without a trace, it'd only serve to distract them. Things will only escalate if Dad and his troops are thrown into the mix. Leading ultimately to Operation Jormungand, that was it. Spearheaded by my brother and General Van Dyke. Their preparation should be nearly complete. But so should the countermeasures against it, correct? Right, there's still that plan of yours. Operation Mirage. Yes, its arrangements have been progressing steadily with every mission we complete. Securing the release of Tita and Her Highness was one of its key aims, in fact. Huh? Me too? Holding a Liberlian citizen hostage would make for a pretty effective check against the kingdom. But what does that have to do with this counter-operation of yours? Enough with this putting on airs. Out of it already. Now, all will be revealed in due time. We have our own objectives to prioritize at the moment. After all, we still have no lead on Elise's whereabouts. That's true. Rean's sister, huh? Can't imagine he'd let that stand. You'd think she would have stuck with the princess. Alas, we were separated when they seized us at St. Astrea. Though I can't imagine that she was subject to any harsh treatment, given her relation to Rean. We're gonna find her, no matter what it takes. and continuing our patrols is the best way for us to do so. Right. We have some information coming in. I'll transfer it to the terminal for you. Quests, of course. Rosenberg Rounder. Oh. You simply must help me. I've lost something precious, something I love like my own children. There's no doubt in my mind this is the work of the scoundrel Phantom Thief B. I'd like to settle this affair discreetly, and if possible, I want to place it in the hands of a Crossbell native. Inquire at the Hotel Augusta in St. Arc Cathedral Square for more information. Emergency rescue? My sincerest apologies for the impropriety of this request, but a most regrettable crisis has arisen. I find I am unequal to the task of resolving it alone. I must perforce seek outside help. I'll be waiting at the Railcal Junction on West Languedoc Canyon Road. I remain, ladies and gentlemen of Thors, your most humble and obedient servant. Oh, Old Lemaire Road monster. Been getting reports that a particularly dangerous monster has appeared near the Old Lemaire Road. Please find and slay this creature. Eldergeist. The Phantom Thief B. He did help us back in Crossbell, but... what, he turned back into a life of crime the second he stepped foot in Erebonia or something? This is an enforcer we're talking about here. Still, it does feel a little odd. That aside, look at this one. It's from Celestin. It would seem he is safe, despite his previously being unaccounted for. Both requests seem urgent. Best we check them out sooner rather than later. Right, let's get moving then. And by the way, Instructor, it's my turn to be your little arm piece this time around. Oh, I mean, yay! Just the two of us, alone with nothing for company but our racing hearts. Yeah. If she dropped that stuff, it'd be fine. She won't though. And 4 other people. If only I'd brought my orbital staff with me. You better watch yourself out there, Rean. And I mean really watch yourself. I was already planning on it. Anyway, I'll be on board for the time being, so feel free to give me a holler if you need a hand. Same goes for me. I'll help however I can. I probably blew out the microphone doing that. But that's fine. Let's go. You. Is that thing of like, well, I just keep want to bring in Crow. I mean, I can change it later, but Crow's sticking around. The situation in St. Arc, Palm, and Titus Gate has changed. You'll be able to progress the story once you have completed at least one of the 2 semi-required quests. Receive bonding points. New weapons and armor can be purchased. Alright. I hear that Teacher and Princess Alphen will be helping out aboard the ship. We certainly won't have to worry about being understaffed. Yeah, throw in Eckert and this ship's going to start feeling real cozy real soon. I imagine so. Meanwhile, the Macabre Unit 2 is experiencing a manpower shortage. So Elrond and Ryuna have since gone to join them. No! Did something happen? Yes. We received reports of something big underway in the Holy City. Sounds as though they're going to be engaging in a full-scale conflict with our Ouroboros. Oh. It's highly likely this is just a feint, but society has deployed a large force. Diversion for the Growlsritter, huh? Something's definitely up. We intend to keep in close contact with the Growlsritter's headquarters. I'll keep you posted as the situation develops. I appreciate it. There's still so many members we haven't located yet. We need to get them back, and soon. So many worrying developments outside of the Empire, but I need to keep my focus here and keep moving forward. Actually had a couple of concerning orders come in, Rean. Hope you can all handle them. I'll be alright. Nothing like a nice hot drink to calm you down. I'm glad you like it. Hey, Lisa Angelica. Taking some time out for a cup of tea. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be hard for her to visit the lounge, given how she's supposed to be piloting the ship. We can't rely on the autopilot too heavily either. But on the bright side, I feel more relaxing now than I have in a long time. I'm so pumped now. I think I can pull off some real acrobatic maneuvers. Please don't. Yeah, that's just asking for trouble. At least his tea really relaxed me. Body and soul is just what I needed. Everything just feels clearer somehow. Like I could handle any flight pattern you threw at me with ease. That's what I like to hear. Glad it helped. That's the power of tea for you. Hey, you play Vantage Masters, right? If you have the time, what do you think about challenging me? Elisa? Of course, I didn't know you played. I saw new Class 7 playing, and I thought I would give it a go. It's become popular with the 4th Development Division recently. In that case, you wouldn't want to be the only one not playing, huh? We should have a game or two together. That would be great. Alright, then let's give it a go. Sure. Let's play. I'm gonna go just back to the seal one. I don't know, because I felt like it was just better all round for me. But I'm thinking of getting like these guys in as well. Maybe drop you guys out. Bring those guys in. So we got a bit more flavor there with the heaven ones. Like, you guys are strong as well. Like, I like having those things around. Maybe get rid of Uptide. Bring that one in. And Blaze is nice as well, so it's like... Gonna get rid of you. Let's see how that works out for us now. Let's begin.
Game on!
Allows the target to act again. Definitely gotta seal you then. Okay, we'll keep you around. Get rid of the medic, so we don't really need it at this point. That's better. Hee hee, looky me. Ow! Well. I got a blick straight away, fantastic. Fantastic. So, let's put that on you. So how many? We needed 3 for that, didn't we? Just like, hold on then. I'm gonna wait. Bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum. Back off, mate. No! At least you died, but still. Okay, good. Okay, good. Let's put you there. Let's skill seal you. And we should go out and water against the blicks. Probably kill it. Oh, he went there. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So, I'm going to move you up there now. It's just like, let's get the skill going. Two damage. I feel that was worth it. Okay, good. Let's bring you back then. Still there. Like, Okay, good. I'd like that one out, but I can't. So let's use your skill. You would go there, wouldn't you? Like loads of other options, but no. Okay, so skill. Let's get you there. Good. Skill again, so we got it twice. Nice. That's very nice of me, actually. Because you're dead, essentially. Like, screw it, put it there. Get everything out, may as well. And just be sure, just in case something goes wrong. And we're going there. Okay.
One more time.
No. Seeing Angelica at the helm of the ship reminds me of our time on the Courageous. We were all pushing so hard back then, but now we have to work even harder. Yeah. You're right. Anyway, goodbye. Who's in here? Oh, we did miss these two out here. Still no word from Paula. That's too bad. We haven't been able to get in contact with Clara either. Really? That's not encouraging. You guys mean Paula from the Riding Club and Clara from the Art Club? What's wrong? Did they go off the grid? Seems like it. Didn't message her all that often before now, to be honest. Before everything went down in Heimdall, I've been exchanging intel with her off and on. Same goes for me and Paula. I was hoping to get in touch with her to confirm the situation, but it's not just Heimdall-based Thor's regrets. It's probably nothing to be overly concerned about, but we still ought to keep them in mind. Now that Toa's back with us, we should let her know too. Come to think of it, I met Clara at the Imperial in Brehard. I wonder what she's doing now, and whatever became of Paula. Clara's been keeping busy, between pursuing her own artistic interests and pitching in to help the cause as much as she can. There must be some reason why she's been unreachable lately. And it's still the same suspicion, I'm just waiting on it. Can't be. What can't be, Machias? My dad just sent me an oral mail about the current situation in Ordis, the port city. Certain someone was dispatched there recently by order of City Hall. Triple dot. Is there some sort of issue with that? Nah, it's no big deal really. It's just my dad's been in kind of a tough spot in Ordis, the port city. What with his partial demotion and all. It's gonna get messy for him. All I can do is hope he keeps on fighting the good fight. Don't know all the details, but Machias seems pretty worried about his dad. That in mind, Valimar might be able to get us over to Ordis, the port city. Yes. Hey Machias, would you be up for sneaking to Ordis, the port city with me again? Even with the Imperial Defense Force there, we might still have a chance if we go via Valimar, the Ashen Knight. Rean, you mean it? Thanks, there's actually a few things I've been wanting to check on over there. If we could just get in touch with my dad and help him work this out, it'd mean the world to me. No time to waste then. Let's get going. After contacting Governor Regnitz, the two headed to Ordis, the port city, with Valimar the Ashen Knight's help. One of the governor's subordinates was waiting for them in Ordis, the port city, and escorted them to the mansion with the utmost secrecy. Ding ding. Thank you, Machias and Rean. You risked a lot to come back here. I only meant to report on what was happening lately. I guess I've made you worry. I just wanted to check in and make sure everything was alright. Seems like new problems are sprouting up faster than weeds. Right. Like the National Mobilization Law's Conscription and Requisitions Council? Yes, whereas the Government Accountability Inspectorate falls under the Judicial Branch. The Ministry of Justice is an executive agency, where the Conscription and Requisitions Council was only recently established. As the name suggests, they have the authority to requisition and conscript according to the law. so one of the council members was sent to Ordis, the port city, and is now carrying out the law. This person is only targeting nobles? Yes, that's the information I've received from Vincent and the Floral family. And they seem to be covertly seizing assets way beyond what the law permits. Some noble families are now on the verge of bankruptcy. They're taking this way too far. It's almost as if they have a grudge against nobles. But that can't be right. They're nobility themselves. Indeed. One of them is the son of a count, who was once in marriage talks with the Cayenne family. Depending on what happens, it could go against the secret non-intervention agreement with the nobles that Hugo and Vincent negotiated. I don't have the authority to execute anything now, but it's necessary to have oversight as a member of the Inspectorate. Well, I'll do all that I can to help now that I'm here. But this all sounds very familiar. Pardon the intrusion, Governor Regnitz. Has something happened? One of the council members is currently exercising their duties at the harbor. The cargo transport ship shared by the noble families has been forcibly requisitioned. Alright, let's get started. It shouldn't take too long since we're splitting the documents between us. Once they've been categorized, we'll send them out to the appropriate squadrons. Understood. You guys. What are you kids doing here? This is a restricted area. Huh? Hey, you in the glasses. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? You know this guy, Machias? Yeah, I had a feeling we would meet him here. It's been a while, Arthur. I haven't seen you since Sis's funeral. Oh? You mean... Well, first I get to see your dad again, and now you, Machias. It's good to see you. Sounds like you've been doing some good work at Thor's and with the Government Accountability Inspectorate. Man, you've really grown. Triple dot? If I remember right, Machias' cousin was in a relationship with the noble son of a count. But the Cayenne family butted in and caused everything to fall apart. And I hear you're no longer at City Hall? You're part of the executive committee that pushed the national mobilization law through, right? Yes. I applied right after the law was passed. I didn't ask to be transferred to Ordis, the port city, and that was just a coincidence. Everything that happened, I figured I was in no position to face you or your father. I see. I'm not here in any official capacity, but there's still something I need to ask you. What exactly were you planning when you seized that ship? According to my father, the nobility intended it to be an emergency resource for refugees and victims of war. Even with the national mobilization law in place, seizing supplies meant to support the citizens won't be allowed. Under normal circumstances, I'd agree with you, but the law can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. I've already had this policy approved by the committee. I argued that since the nobles have resources to spare, they should shoulder the lion's share of the burden. That's how you got around it? So it's true. You're not even hiding the fact that you're robbing the nobility blind. This is a blatant abuse of statutory interpretation. With all your experience, you have to know that. Machias, you remember the Civil War. You were there, after all. You've seen firsthand the suffering the nobles' foolishness has caused. Weathercock. And the four great houses are the worst of all. Yes, they've paid reparations, but it's not enough. They've held back the progress of the Empire and its people for generations. We have to make them pay for everything they've done. If we are to overcome this war and create a bright future, they must pay. What? Is this? I thought so. Arthur, listen to me. You can't do this. This isn't what Elsa would want. What? This whole time I've been trying to understand why you'd support the national mobilization law. I mean, you're from a noble family yourself. Why would you be so harsh on other nobles? But I think I have my answer now. You've never forgiven yourself for Elsa's death. The pressure from the nobility, the things you've said, they've been weighing on you all these years. But I told her I'd treasure her as my mistress instead. If she just accepted that we couldn't be married. I just don't understand it. Why would she take her own life? What am I saying? What good will it do to me to repent now, when it's too late? You see, I regretted it all this time, and those feelings festered. Forgive me, but I've been keeping tabs on you in my spare time. After Elsa died, you left City Hall and continued working for a different department. Your ties with the Kine household were completely cut, and you were as good as disowned by your own family. Despite all that, in your own way, you've been trying to change the Empire's nobility. It's all been to atone for what happened to Elsa, isn't it? Oh. I don't deserve those words. Believe me, I know how you feel. Back then I hated the nobles and how powerless I was to change anything. Must have lost any remaining faith in them thanks to the Civil War. So you used the national mobilization law to erode their power and put them in the line of fire. But this isn't right. It doesn't matter what dirty tactics your foes use or how much the odds are stacked against you. I believe in the law. If we really want to change the world, we have to do it by the book. Damn it, I know. I tried to do things legit, but it wasn't enough. No one's ever going to change anything that way. Not alone, we can't. I can only speak for myself, but I haven't given in yet. My cousin's death hit me hard. Just like you, I started to give in to my hatred. But the time I spent in Class VII gave me a new outlook on the world. It led me to the Inspectorate. I know there's a better way out there for you. I'll help you find it. It's the least I can do for the man my cousin loved. Machias. You really have become a fine young man. But me, I haven't grown as a person at all. How can I ever face you or your father after everything I've done? You shouldn't worry so much. Just come forward and face us head on. Governor Regnitz. For better or worse, I'm going to stick out my post as Imperial Governor from here on. But I can't do it alone. I'm going to need the help of the young talent like Rean and Machias. That goes for you too, Arthur. We've worked together before, and we can work together again. I think this is what Elsa would want. Yeah, I agree. What do you say, Arthur? Will you work with us to change this country for the better? Machias. I messed up again, didn't I? I'm sorry, Elsa. What have I done? I got to calm him down, that's good. Arthur released the cargo ship and returned it to its rightful owner. Though he'd continue working with the National Mobilization Law Committee, he promised to change his ways and revise the requisition policies. Looks like it turned out okay, huh, Machias? Yeah, I feel like I'm finally found some closure, too. Thank you, Rean. I don't think I'd ever found the words to get through to Arthur if I hadn't met you. If I've grown at all, it's only thanks to you and Eustace, and the rest of Class 7, too. Well, you're welcome. But you've helped me out, too. I think I can put a little more trust in the future now. Who knows? I might be able to reach some kind of understanding with my own father. Oh, right. Guess nothing even compares to that. You're gonna have your work cut out for you. Just know you can always count on me for anything. You're a good friend, Machias. Thank you. Dear God, I've got about 15 edit points during that. Because of me coughing. Just like, oh my God, throat. Stop being so dry. Your bond with Machias strengthened. Yay. God, so much coughing. What happened this time turned out pretty well for me. I need to thank you again. It's no big deal. I just gave you a little push. Anyway, it's my job now to look out for you. No matter what you face, you got me and the rest of your friends behind you. If we work together, we can overcome anything. You're right. Right, so I think we'll just check in here. What's this blue about? Sorry about all this. Would you stop apologizing? You know what happened? Oh, it's nothing. I just grazed my arm a little during training. Don't think it's anything that needs to be looked at, though. It's just the kind of negligence that will leave you with a nasty scar. Now show me that wound and let's get it cleaned. Thanks, really. Well, Duvalie really knows her stuff when it comes to taking care of others. There, cleaned and wrapped. Wasn't so bad, was it? Thanks again. This was so nice of you. Oh, that reminds me. I have to give you something, Instructor Rean. This is the ID for Ellie's Pom Party account. Well, you should have this so you could help test the connection we'll be using to share intel with Lloyd and the SSS. Plus you can play the game too if you want. Oh, cool, thanks. Want something to drink, Duvalie? It's on me since I owe you one. What would you like? Oh dear. Right, so let's actually end this part here then. In the next part, we'll start with Pom Party. And then we'll do this bonding event here. Triple dot. What's Altina doing out here? Must be pretty lost in thought if she hasn't even noticed me yet. But she's focused in right now, but maybe I ought to check on her as her instructor. No, maybe I should just leave her be. As I was saying, we'll do Pom Party, and then we'll speak to Altina. Ta-da for now.